What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Next Win podcast with your host, Aunt Ma, co-host Justin Vaseur, and a special guest, the lender, Mr. William Wynn. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for letting me live in your garage.
I'm not. I'm not. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about, what is it, Justin?
Okay, how do we buy a home in another state?
How are we to buy a home in another state?
Is it like a different process or?
Same, but difference.
Yeah, we do have a lot of clients who are in California and want to buy here in Vegas. I know there's some people who want to buy in Texas that have reached out to me. So what do we do here?
Some states have different rules. So you got to make sure, for a couple of things, is the loan officer has to be licensed there and the real estate agent has to be licensed there.
Okay.
So if you're looking at us, both of us have to be licensed there.
And in a lot of states we are.
Yes, a lot of states we are. And then some of the states just have different ways of doing house purchases. I know that like in Florida, they use like an attorney instead of escrow. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you, you are licensed in Texas, right?
Yes.
And I am not. So let's say I'm a homeowner and I want to buy a home in Texas. What do I need to do?
Same thing. Nothing. The only difference is you instead of putting California or Nevada, you put Texas where you want to buy.
Okay, then here's this question. I get clients who are from Canada and they want to buy here. How do they do that?
Now that's a little different. If you're a foreigner, you either have to pay taxes here. You have to have 2 years of paying taxes, United States taxes.
Well, let's say I've been seeing on Instagram, right? Look what you can buy in Colombia. What you could buy in Mexico. How do I buy it? I don't pay taxes there, but I want to buy a vacation home.
I don't know that answer, but I think I wouldn't be able to do it because I'm only in the U.S. You might have to find a lender out there or a private lender.
I think it's easier. Like, let's say if I was a Canadian, if I go to a Canadian bank, they'll probably be able to help me instead of going to you.
It's the same thing,
right?
Yeah.
So I would have to go to a Mexican bank.
Yes, in Mexico.
I see. That makes sense.
Because then it's their currency.
Though.
It's possible, but I don't know the policy is different, right?
Like how do celebrities buy homes all over the world, right?
Yeah.
How do you buy it in Europe? Oh, they buy cash. Okay. Well, we're talking about like Mark Wahlberg, right? Who's paying cash for everything. The Rock, right?
Yeah, it's
those
cash,
people.
all cash.
But what if you're like, a reality TV star who doesn't make that much but has enough to buy a place in Europe?
You know what? I'm gonna have to look that up tonight. I think you somehow have to have some kind of permanent residency, right, to buy a property. I would assume.
Oh, so you got to fly there every 6 months.
Yeah, I would assume, right? But no American bank will lend it to you.
Yeah, that's like a visa thing.
Yeah, maybe a private. If you're wealthy enough to have a private bank, they might do it, but no lender in the United States would do that.
So the ease would be to just rent in another country.
Yeah, or be rich enough to buy cash money.
I don't even know how much homes are in another country.
I think they're kind of
the same.
Like England,
Yeah,
because I have a friend that lives in England, and it's relatively the same.
I see.
Yeah.
How do you find like the lenders and stuff and agents? Like, what's the best way? I don't know.
For when I have people who ask me, can I buy a home in another state and I'm not licensed there?
Yeah.
We're involved in a group full of agents, within our brokerage, within our friends, and we have trustworthy word of mouth people that we can refer to. Like, I worked with this guy in Texas before. He's great. He helped these clients, or I have this person, and that's, we start referring out. So as long as we've worked with a person before or someone has, then that's trustworthy.
Yeah.
But if you've never worked with a person, oh man, like I can't trust you. So
this is networking, all about network, right? So
yeah,
at that point, it's gonna be
I think I've sent referrals out to Lake Tahoe. I've sent referrals to Texas, Arizona, stuff like that. So
as a lender, I'm lucky enough to work for now I work for a big company.
Yeah.
That we're nationwide, and it's all in house. So we funded to a loan officer there, and I can see everything that's happening. I'm on the emails, so like I'm part of it. But it's just that person's kind of
that's great.
Yeah. So that's the good part of working with direct lenders. like myself, is that we are the bank. We do everything. We don't send it out to someone else.
So here's this question that I have. People from California try to buy a house here in Vegas.
Yep.
If you don't work remote, it's very hard for you to buy a home as a primary. You have to buy as a second because you don't qualify. Right. If you don't have a job here, they can't prove that you're going to be living here.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to buy it as a vacation home.
Yeah.
Now, for me, if I'm trying to buy a home in Texas, buy a home in Ohio, and all those places that you see all over Instagram, people are investing in, are all these people buying it as vacation rates, second rates, investment rates?
You have to.
So how are they doing that when the rates are so high?
The houses cost less there.
Yeah, I mean, like in Ohio, it's like $100K for a home.
Or they have like a little big down payment, and it owns like $20,000.
But even if the home costs less and the rate's high, you're still not cash flowing.
Maybe, or they just buying it to take the hit and then have someone to pay up the equity, and they have the house to sell later on.
Equity in these areas, like if the house is still $100K and we're in 2023, it's going nowhere.
Because I had clients actually for last year. I had a lot of clients buying in Florida, Orlando, like near Disney World. They bought a lot of houses there, like new builds too. And oddly enough, the deals aren't that great out there for new builds. So I was the lender, and she only trusted me, but they break even basically on the purchase price and the rent.
So she's just hoping to make money off the equity.
Yeah, just as long as she's just breaking even, and that's it. She's just paying off their equity, and you just have the property.
I see.
And eventually,
that's kind of cool too, though. Like even if you're not making money, and you're breaking even, it's just like you're not.
You have a property now.
Yeah, you have a property,
and then she can pull. She can pull equity out later, like a HELOC or something, and use that cash to buy another property.
Man, okay.
If it all makes sense, it gets pretty complicated. You got to make sure you're fine. If it works out for your finances, then
of course.
It works.
If you were to move to another state, Justin, where would it be?
Ooh.
Probably Texas or
really?
Florida.
Why?
I don't know.
Florida's gonna be gone later on, dude.
What do you mean?
When the water levels go up?
That's fine.
Just Florida?
I'll be gone too.
Florida, California too.
I mean, so that's not in our lifetime.
Not in our lifetime, though. I'm just saying eventually.
Yeah.
So why Texas,
Florida?
Though?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it's very similar to Vegas.
It is, I think.
Because of the weather?
Yeah, the weather. I mean, you're going to have a lot more storms for sure.
Is there good food there?
Good food, yeah.
You know,
the barbecues, the burgers, and all those things. Yeah. You might not have your fuzz and your...
In Houston, they do.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vietnamese people there, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Okay. There's a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then maybe.
Isn't that the guy that provides the rappers all the jewelries out in Texas or Houston?
Yeah.
How about you?
I was thinking Texas because they do have beaches there, right? Have you seen I don't know where the beaches are over there.
I think it's just golf.
Isn't it by Houston?
No,
I have no idea.
I don't know. I really don't know.
No, we don't know anything about Texas, guys.
Texas has beaches? No,
yeah, there is. There's water like in the
the Gulf
on the east side of Texas.
Yeah. Dang.
I think it's almost the same water as the. No, it's not the same water.
It's not the same water. We're Pacific.
No, I'm talking about the Cancun water, but it's not.
Oh,
Cancun water is like blue.
Yeah, no, it's still green and dirty. Yeah, I mean, like even New Jersey still has water and oceans, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a place I would live would be. I thought about Florida because they have so many things, like Disneyland, all that type of stuff, and it's just the way the state is ran. I just won't get in so much trouble if anything was to happen, things like that. But I think my dream is always going to be Hawaii. That's my one state.
Yeah. Well, I can't live
Really?
there.
You won't get tired of it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think you think
the island fever. Yeah, island fever.
Why would? Because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah. You just feel stuck. Like no. In Oahu, I always stay North Shore.
Yeah.
Because I stay North Shore is away from everyone because I hate people. I'm just playing. But I don't want to be around the crowds. But it's literally like a 45-minute drive down to the other side.
It is. But I'm that person that's always going to have something to do. I'm always going to run a business, whether it's remote business or a business on the island. And then I'm going to always want to expand. So I keep myself busy. But when I clock out, I'm going surfing. You know what I mean? Or I'm going snorkeling. Things like that.
I don't know. I want a vacation home in Hawaii.
Yeah, I would do that.
Live there.
Yeah, I even get like Vegas fever.
It's kind of small here.
Yeah,
too.
it's small. So
Same
that's
thing,
why
you drive from one side to the other side and like
it's so
45 minutes.
dumb.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, dude, it's like all right. But the craziest thing is like when people complain like driving from one side of the city to the other.
It's not
I'm
bad.
like, it's not
It
bad,
is
dude.
not
Yeah.
bad.
Like,
It
stop
is not
tripping.
bad.
Like,
That's
come visit me.
Yeah, I try to justify when I do like same day trips to Vegas and LA, and I'm like, yeah, it's only 4 hours. You know, when there's times when like I can drive somewhere in LA and I'm stuck in 2 hour traffic one way,
Yeah,
and 2 hours back
exactly.
the other way,
Yep.
and I'm like, this isn't bad.
I used to drive 4 hours a day to work for like 5 years
Wow.
from Orange County to LA.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
That is dirty dumb.
All right, so what state would you want to move to?
I think I would. It's in Vegas, Nevada,
Vegas.
because I like a lot of the. I mean, I've been there a lot now, and then I take my truck off roading. There's a lot of trails.
But would you?
I would.
By the time
You
you
would?
move here, we're leaving. Me and Justin are out of here.
Then we're gonna do podcasts in Hawaii. That's gonna be an expensive flight, yo.
Wait, he said in another podcast episode that he would never leave
I would
California.
not. But you say if I had to, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Theoretically, if we were to move to another state. you know.
Yeah, because right here, I've been here a lot, like enough to like experience like Vegas, not just the strip, like the locals and like the shopping around here. I have friends out here now, you know, and it's nice because the hiking here. I like doing hiking and like nature stuff, and like we're close to like a couple hour drive to like Zion, and this is cool.
Yeah.
In the
it's really cool.
in the next episode, William's gonna say, "Hey guys, I need you to help me find a home here."
Watch. I bet you.
There is a plan for me. I told Ann to buy at least a condo here, so
Okay.
I won't have to keep paying the hotel.
I'm actually okay.
You could probably rent it out too while you're gone.
Yeah,
I've been
short-term
thinking
rental.
about buying a home in California again, in
Oh.
SoCal. Maybe a condo or something like that,
Yeah.
just because I go back so often, and you know I don't want to always stay at my parents' house. And so, if I was to buy a home in California, and I have a primary home in Vegas, can it be a primary home in California? As much as I go, like we're not lying about anything. I'm literally there 4 to 5 times a month right now.
Yeah, same.
Good question.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to look deep into
'Cause you know,
Like I
guidelines for
probably
that.
spend like almost like 2 weeks a month out there.
Exactly. So that comes to the point where like there are people who are like, you know, they live in one state and then on the weekends they live in another state.
Yeah, it's true. They work
That's
in one
us.
state and then they live in the primary.
Can we have 2 primary homes in 2 different states?
No. However,
No.
we will talk off camera. And that's fine. But you can't have 2 primary properties.
Really?
Mm-mm.
But I do live in both though.
I had to look. I had to look at the technical term.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I really have to look up the term, like the guidelines. What it actually says.
And like, let's say my income is even in both states. I'm paying taxes in both states.
You know what? He always has the most unique like.
You know what I'm
scenarios.
saying?
That's good. No,
It's all legit.
I have to look that up. That's a good question. I really have to look that up. That's a very unique scenario. Not a lot of people have that scenario.
I think what it is, you know, it's weird because then it's like can I get 2 driver's license? You don't need
No,
it.
you can't. I think when you got one, you have to get rid of the other one. I know in California they stamp it like.
Yeah, so it's like all of my cars are registered, insurance registered
Yeah,
here
see,
in
that's
Vegas.
yeah, that's why. Yeah,
So you can't have
really
proof of residency.
You can't have
then.
you can't have both because one has to be it gets tricky, but I can look into it.
Well, I mean, it's like I can still get a gym membership. I can still get all my utilities, right? So I have everything but a car.
I have to look into it.
Not everybody has to have a car to prove residency.
I will look into it and I will have an answer next episode.
All right.
Wait, do you need a driver's license to purchase a home?
You need an ID.
So you could use like a passport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, or like identification card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
ID,
Yeah.
passport, picture, your
Ooh.
private pictures.
My OnlyFans.
All right,
OnlyFans.
guys, we're gonna shut this down before it gets a little weird. Thank you guys for tuning into our last episode here. Thank you, I love it when we have the lender because it's great. You guys, we got to take advantage when William's here. So please, if you have any lender questions, comment down below. Let us know what you love about the Next Win podcast. We need you guys to comment so we can help you guys give more value. So we'll see you guys next time on the next episode, and peace out.